Alright, guys, it's raining, it's pouring, but work still has to go on. So, what can you do but keep moving forward, eh? Ah, apparently I didn't clean out my inventory from last time, so gotta get that sorted first. There's still space? Yes. Work won't stop just because it's raining, after all. Alright, let's see. Where was I originally, I wonder? I probably made a mistake not looking back on the footage. Oh well, we have to sort out this. So let's start sorting it out. Adding yourself. Where was I anyway? I think I was flattening out this over here. Yeah, not sure, but it's a place to start. No, wait, I think I was definitely over here. Oh, it doesn't matter where I start or where I finish. I have to go straight to the bottom, then straight to the top. And it's gonna be a long way down anyway. You know, I did consider making a sort of compilation video, but I don't have the sort of storage that I would need to keep around that many gigabytes of footage in check. So, hey, if this channel makes any money, maybe that'll go towards one of the first purchases, eh? More storage so I can do bigger, more heavily compressed edit videos. Certainly an idea, anyway. Also, we're gonna try fast forwarding on this video again. I'm not sure it'll work, but I've gotten more used to properly exporting videos. So I'm hoping it should turn out better than last time, even if I do think I'm still gonna lose quality. If I deem the quality loss is too much, then I'll simply put, what is it? A moratorium, I suppose, on fast forwarding for good. But if I think it's tolerable, then I think I'll keep it around. I do hope I can keep it around because not being able to use it at all, well, it's one less tool in the toolkit, you know? Makes things harder to experiment. It is impossible to tell where the sun is with rain. If I had a clock, this wouldn't be as much of a problem, but I'd have to have gold first, and I don't even have iron. I do think it's getting darker though, so let's try sleeping. Alright, and we are clear. We'll have to cut that little bit out, but nothing you'll have to see. In fact, nothing I should say. I have considered changing it up a bit because the materials that I'll want for this tower will require quite a bit of gathering. Like, not all of them will be naturally acquired through mining out this hole. Some will, but not all. Especially because sea lanterns are one of my favorite light sources, but they're darn near impossible to get. And, you know, I'm not the kind of person who ever goes as far as to set up farms for anything. Well, you don't know that, but I am telling you that, so now you do. Eh. Jeez. Maybe it's because I'm just digging so much more of it, but I swear these stone pickaxes go much faster than any other stone tool. And I can't do nothing for it, because even if I did have iron, until I start getting deep into the ground, there's no way I could reliably make sure that I dig enough iron to replace it before that one breaks too. Doesn't matter how it gets dug, as long as it gets dug. And it's all getting dug. Still gonna keep recording it in 38 frames per second though. I think I could probably get away with recording it in 60, but why take that risk? And hey, the Minecraft recordings kinda take up the biggest file sizes by far, so no harm in keeping that a bit more manageable on my part. Once I get below the surface of the nominal Y0, I don't know what Y level I'm actually at because I'm trying to avoid using the debug menu, but once I get below nominal ground level, which I'm gonna mark as where I marked the cobblestone frame, it will be really handy to have what are they called? Scaffolding for when I actually start making the building itself. But that requires string, which I can only get sometimes from spiders and randomly in chests, and it's not like I'm gonna get any chests unless I go exploring. And bamboo, you have to find bamboo, and here's a hint, you're not gonna find bamboo in the middle of a birch forest. So that'll require exploring too. I don't want to do off-screen mining, but when it comes to collecting various materials, and I do just mean building materials, nothing fancy, I might just have to. It is a nightmare to dig around this cavern. Of course, every layer down is another layer that I don't have to deal with anymore. But also every layer increases the risk of that happening. As I said, though partially, I can't blame anything other than my own carelessness at that point. I should probably throw more torches around, too. You know, I don't want to seriously consider it, but I am genuinely considering building a temporary, either wooden or cobblestone wall that goes past the surrounding terrain, so I can have it sealed off from mobs. Maybe I'll do that either after I have everything leveled off. After all, temporary structures in service of a larger building is pretty darn normal when in normal construction, at least as far as I'm aware. But that'll only keep me safe while building. It won't keep me safe from anything that I might run into digging below. And because by virtue of where I put my storage chests, they will have to stay outside. They're not unreasonable downsides, but they are downsides that I'd have to consider. Besides, so far, all my main risks come from outside this ring, not in. I got here a bit too early. Oh, no matter. It really was only a bit. Heh. Back to it. Not sure if I'll run out of space or picks first, but hey, I'm already moving. Oh, I forgot to say this at the start of the video, but, you know, please subscribe. After this, I don't think I'm gonna do anything new. I'll probably do the next Kanto in Limbus Company. Chapter 2, Kanto 2, which would be Rodion's chapter. I really need to reread the story she came from. Hers was one of the stories I did read, but that was a long time ago. In case you're wondering why this video is taking longer to come out than the others, it's because I've been working on new assets for the 200 subscriber special. Maybe they'll be ready in time, maybe they won't be. Depends on how quickly or not the last 6 now, because I lost one, subscribers decide to hop in, but hey, maybe I'll have some other announcements besides that. Who knows? Looks like I'll run out of picks before space. I'm still not sure which way building this tower will be the easiest. I've done it from the middle before, which was the way I got there the furthest, in quotes, because I didn't finish it. Sure, I got outside build, and I got it from ground level at the time, though I don't know what Y level that will be, to build limit, but A, that was before the build limit was high-end, way before Deep Slate was the thing, and B, it didn't go down to Bedrock. I did start building down to Bedrock, but well, let's just say I fell out of Minecraft before I ever fell down to the void. Not from lack of interest. Minecraft is one of those games that, sure, you might not play it for a while, but you always eventually come back to it. But just from lack of time. There ain't never enough time to do everything you want. Sometimes not enough time to do everything you need. But you do the best with what you have. Where was I? So that was the furthest I ever got, which was building from the middle. And I once tried to build it from the bottom, but that fizzled out even faster because of how many caves you have to deal with. Not that that ever changes when you're dealing with anything below ground, but you know. So now I'm doing this sort of hybrid thing where I'm starting at ground, but before I build any of the structure, I have to dig down to bedrock first. Though I am more seriously considering temporary structures like I mentioned earlier. I don't want to be... I have decided though that I don't want to dig directly on the borders for the future walls though. So maybe I'll set one up in the ring around it, but then I would have to cut all those trees again. Not to mention that I would have to either flatten it or bring it up to a certain level, which will be a pain on itself. Maybe I should just dig it directly over the wall. But it would be great if I had... No, I should use wood for it. Wood planks. It'll be birch planks, and while I don't dislike the wood, it is one of my least favorite types. So, it will cement in my mind that that is part of a temporary structure and shouldn't stick around. Though I do intend to use birch for some parts of the final building. But for now, time to make more pickaxes. I did consider bringing an axe, but it's not like I'm gonna run into any trees underground. Where was I? Over here. And I might have to build more crossbeams, just so that I have more obvious places for torch placement. Because obviously once I build a temporary structure, I can't rely on the sun keeping it mob-free. I'll have to light it up myself. And that means I'll have to build more temporary structures inside. But that would give me more milestones to reach, so it might be worth it in the long run. It's hard doing stuff you've never done before. Not because it's by any means hard, but because you have to figure things out. Even an easy task is tricky your first go around. Especially when sometimes it's a failure to ask to be taught. But then we wouldn't be talking about Minecraft anymore, would we? It does bother me digging these uneven stone pits, but it'll all have to get dug eventually, right? Out of curiosity, if any of y'all are willing to comment, how do you like to do your first home in Minecraft before you start any major construction projects? Do you do as I do and try to find a suitable hole in the ground, maybe a small incomplete cave or the like? Or do you build a simpler hut? Or do you brave the wild, so to speak, and try to go immediately into a stronger construction building? Is it just me, or is the sun way more to the left than it was before? I could have swore it set more around over there. Are seasons a thing in Minecraft? I didn't think so without mods, but maybe so. If I fail to get any sea lanterns, though, I do suppose not glowstone. Well, glowstone is the main ingredient. Redstone lamps will be the way to go, but then you'd have to power them, and that's tricky to do because, you have to have power to them. Redstone ain't at all hard to find, though glowstone can be tricky to get in significant quantities since you have to mine it from a nether ceiling. I mean, technically, there's other places you can get it, but they're hardly reliable. Unless, of course, you build a farm for it, but I don't like the idea that to really get anything in massive quantities, you have to farm for. Like, there's agriculture, and then there's cheesing. I'm sure Mojang might implicitly support it, but I don't. Not that I think it ruins his the style or substance of the game. I just never saw the appeal in it. Who was a YouTuber who said that? Well, I'm sure a YouTuber said that, but they probably got it from somewhere else. I believe the quote was, "Gamers, if given the opportunity, will do all in their power to optimize the fun out of their favorite games." Still chuckle thinking about that sometimes. And of course, since it's raining, I don't know if it's time to sleep or not. I swear, it rains way more than I believe it should. More copper, at least. There have I got it. There's one stack. And there's the rest. Okay. Put away more cobblestone. I'm gonna have to get more food later, too. Well, I do still need one stack, just so that I can make more. I keep thinking of that one song by Tom Cardy, Businessman. You wanna talk turkey? I'm free to talk shop. I'm definitely not a cop. I hate the rain. I hate the rain so much. Because it means guys like this can spawn and I can do nothing about it. What? It isn't night? Then where did that zombie come from? It must have come from the cave? But to think that it managed to get out from there? Fine, lie to me. Whatever. And let me sleep. I hate the rain. I love the rain under most circumstances, but I hate it here. Finally. Sorry, I just got mad when I noticed that I started on a new pick when I already had one going. Oh, that zombie actually dropped their chest plate. I could grind off the enchantment, but to be frank, it's not like I'll manage to keep the experience from one death or another anyway. I'll just melt it down for the singular gold nugget I'll get out of it, I think. And we got things flat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. Let's build that structure. Should I build a floor too? But then I will... Yes, I should build a birch floor as well, but I'm not gonna replace this crosshatch with it. I will probably mine out this floor too, because I got it anyway, but I will... Decisions. There's no rush on things. There is no rush on things. But I am gonna go ahead and get this chest plate smelting at the furnace at home. I swear that these turtles have been here forever. A singular gold nugget that I think I got from some cursive binding thing that I decided to smelt. Fun fact, you got something with a bad enchantment, just smelt it. You don't get much of a refund, but versus something you couldn't wear anyway. Why is there stone just randomly all the way up there and then this big hole into nothing? I'm sure there is a reason for it, but I'd have to go back to see, because I don't remember it intuitively. And I do go back to see sometimes my old videos, if only to remind myself that I am getting better, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. Yeah, that gold armored zombie must have come from the cave. There ain't no other place one could have spawned in naturally. I really do need to block it off properly, but it's hard to decide on when to do it. And if I worry too much about when it's gonna happen, it's never gonna happen. I'll need to get more food soon enough too. Though I guess I could go fishing. I am close enough to a source of water, you know. This is a lot more gravel than I always expect. Oh hey, more coal though. I do have enough coal for the short term, but you can never have enough coal for torches. This probably explains some of those holes earlier. Probably just me digging out a bunch of gravel. Where did I just come out of? What? There. And that's how you get lost in caves all the time. Thinking. More copper. Happy days. Still not sure what I'll do with it all, but always nice to have. At least I managed to catch that was about noon. How do these random dirt clumps even happen underground? I wonder how far away I have to be for stuff to despawn. A single gold nugget. Let's grab the rest of the copper too, actually. Anything else? Other than the rest of the copper? No. Well, this too. That does give me an idea, but perhaps I should wait on it until later. I wonder if that was far enough. An Enderman? What the heck? I guess some hostile mobs must have been given the opportunity to spawn from how late I got it last time. I don't see the villagers anymore. Doesn't mean they're not there, though. Let's mine out the rest of this, just to be on the safe side. And there we go. And the rest, 4 torches. Why not? Can never have too many of them, after all. Well, this probably burned me a few times from how inconveniently it's placed. Probably. But dang if there isn't a better use for that corner. Ouch. I wonder what I'll actually call this video. Probably setting up temporary structures or something along those lines. Of course, if I call it that, I'll actually have to do it. Alright, last bit, and then I can set up that new flooring. Always happens around noon. It really is uncanny just how often it rains. Like, I don't think it's happened every day, but it sure does darn feel like it. Love that coal. Okay, now it got substantially darker all of a sudden. Let's go to sleep. Alright, that's all the space that we need cleared. So first, let's head home and grab whatever birch wood is left. Alright, let's see. Oh, first, turn it all into planks. See how far this gets me. So that does raise the question of where I'll put the door to the outer structure. But first, let's build the floor. You know, birch planks really don't look all that bad. Oh, I have an idea. Well, I managed to find a way out, but I still have an idea. You know, actually, take one back real quick. I just want to see. You can make them sit flush. Well, if nothing else, at least it reminds me that this is a temporary structure. Because I just want these to have quick access to the underneath of these places. Come on, somewhere. It should not be that deep in. There we go. Just to make sure it's definitely properly lit. Weird. Something's weird with the lighting going on here. For some reason it seems to be naturally darker. And while there are patches of space in the other four quadrants, this will be the most egregious area. And also the one I can now access through here. But I can't jump onto a ladder. What? Half the point. Oh, whatever, as long as I can climb up at least one of them. Let's put down the copper bars. It's a nice idea. I was planning to use copper grates as like more appropriate windows, but they wouldn't work with the amount I currently have anyway. Now we have passed the 2 hour mark, but since I am fast forwarding, I am gonna keep going until I have this entire floor covered. Am I being a bit overzealous with the torch placement? Probably. But it's always better safe than sorry with these things. Much easier to run to bed now. I'll also have to torch up the actual floor itself, though. More wood. Let's see, if it takes roughly 2 stacks of logs to cover just an eighth, I might not have enough wood either, even with all I've collected. Yeah, I won't have enough wood. And that's the last of it. And that's it. I'm out of materials. I will need somewhere between 4 to 6 more stacks of logs in order to finish the rest. So, I think we're gonna call it here because I'm tired. Just gonna head back to the hovel. When we next join, I'm probably gonna chop up all of these trees near to the base, just so that I have clearer sight lines and less monsters will be encouraged to spawn. But otherwise, I think that does it for long-term planning. Me and Carmen, thank you for watching this video, for those of you who've gotten this far, and do have a wonderful rest of your night. Be sure to take care of yourselves. Till next time.